Hey, what's up, guys? This is Guy here with KBTrainings. Welcome to this new live. It's Sunday, June 2nd, 2024. I'm glad to have you on here. Today, we're going to talk about the new version of the CCNA exam. I'm going to tell you all about it. I'm going to tell you the different changes that you're going to encounter in this new version. And breaking news, there's not much. It's less than 10% of the content of the exam that was changed. So we're going to cover it. And then I'm going to tell you how you can prepare for that exam and just how to prepare in general. Thank you so much for joining me here. We'll just give some time to make sure everybody's here. And just like I said, my name is Guy. I created KBTrainings to share with you my knowledge and everything that I learned. So I'm here creating projects and talking about many things. I can also help start to boost your career in the tech field by teaching you the exam like the CCNA 200 301 that is really important in this field. And the exam itself or the course can be found on my website. It's right here, KBTrainings.com. That's the website. Or you can go to en.kbtrainings.com. That's where you are going to find it. All right, let me make sure we are also live on Facebook. Yeah, say hi on Facebook. Don't forget to share the video with your community on your feed and just share the word. Thank you so much. Thank you, Survey. Thank you, Dawn. Yeah, I have a couple people online here, and we will get going in a moment. Let me just make sure I have all my links down here, and I have some links in the descriptions. You can find the link to the old version of the blueprint or the current version, the link to the new version, and then another link to the release notes. Release notes are usually a good place if you want to know more about what changed and what you need to focus on. The release note will be helpful. So I'm going to put those links in the comments right now, both on Facebook and YouTube. YouTube doesn't want to, let's see, maybe I should go one by one. Let's see. So I put 2 links on YouTube right now, and I added the 3rd link for the release notes. All right. Thank you so much. So first of all, I would like to tell you what I like about the certification process in general, because this is not something that you see in other areas. If you have a degree, you will have it at some point in the past. Maybe it was like 5 years or 10 years ago, you got your bachelor's degree or your master's degree, but then there's nothing that follows you throughout your career. So the difference with the certification industry is that you have to keep up with it. The CCNA is valid for three years. The NSE I think it's valid for 2 years. I'm not sure. I just took it. So you have a length of time, a determined length of time to keep your certification valid. And if you go beyond that, it's not valid anymore, which means that you need to recertify yourself. You need to be up with everything that is happening in the industry. You need to keep up with it. You need to make sure you are up to date. That's the term. I like that. And as we're going to see in the CCNA, there were some changes that are made. And those changes are mainly just to bring you up to date with the current technologies, with what people are talking about right now. The main thing right now, one of many things, is AI and machine learning. Machine learning is really important in network operations. And I'm going to bring you some more videos on tools like 40 NDR, for example, the network detection and response. That tool is using AI or leveraging AI to detect malicious attacks in your network. So you can run your network operation and use the help of AI to make sure that it runs well. Even for security, you are protected. Cybersecurity, everything, because even the attacks are getting sophisticated, and you need to be up to date. So with the CCNA now, you need to know how to explain how to use AI and machine learning in your network operation. We're going to see it. So that's something I like about it. You don't have to just get certified and sit down. You need to keep up. You need to keep learning. And now let's talk about the new certification. What is new? What is new about it? First of all, I'm going to share with you this link. It's done already, but I'm going to open this link. This is the link to the current exam blueprint. As you can see, version 1.0. One thing I like also is that Cisco doesn't change the exam number anymore. The exam number will stay the same. In the past, we had like 200, 150, 200, whatever. It was changing all the time. But now, just the version number is changing. The exam number doesn't change. So this is the old version. And let me open up the new version in another tab. These are just the links that I shared with you in the chat. So this is the new version, version 101. I mean, 1.1. And you can scroll down a little. You won't really notice those big changes, but the release notes will tell us more. But if you come down here, let's say we are on the 1.1. If we scroll down here, some few things that can pop up. You can see that the old or the current version is talking about the DNA center, Cisco DNA center and wireless LAN controller, but the new version doesn't really mention that. It's just telling us to talk about controllers, but it doesn't tell us to specifically focus on DNA center or the wireless LAN controller. So that's a slight change. Yeah, so I just want to show you this. You have the links. You can go open them on your own and take a look and see what you can grab from here. But yeah, the major thing is just like the changes are minor. And then the third link that I shared with you, that one will bring you to the release notes. The release notes are really important everywhere, even in production, because from the release notes, you have an idea of what is changing. Let's say you are doing an upgrade of your firmware version on your devices. The release note will tell you the new features or the features that were removed and all kind of things that you need to be aware of for your upgrade. So here is an upgrade or an update to the exam. We are going to look at the release note and see what is in there. First of all, when is it going to take effect? It's going to be on August 20th. So August 19th will be the last day for you to take the version 1.0 if you are planning to, if you are studying for it. So you have until August 19 to do it. On August 20, 2024, we are going to switch to the new version, the one that we are talking about today. So this is a tab just showing you the old version and the new one, and then showing you what changed and what was removed or added. Here we can see that under 2.5, when where we talk about Rapid PVST Plus, we have some new items that were added. Root guard, loop guard, BPDU filter, and BPDU guard were added. These, I think, were part of the CCNA exam, or the CCNP, right? I would like to say it's CCNP. But now they are brought down to the CCNA. It's not a big deal. They are not complicated to understand. Okay, we'll talk about how I'm going to deal with this. But I'm going to create lessons about this and add them to the lessons that you have right now. But this is a cool thing. It shouldn't really freak you out because there's not a lot to cover there. Just a couple more hours of lessons and labs for you, but you should be fine. So we have this on spanning tree. And on 2.8, Cisco is now not specifically mentioning AP and wireless LAN controller, but now we are talking about network device in general. So how you can manage network devices remotely with Telnet, SSH, HTTP, HTTPS console, TACACS, and TACACS Plus, and also cloud. Because today, cloud management is one of the main options that you have to manage your devices. Everybody does it at this point. Cisco does it, Fortinet does it, Palo Alto does it. So you don't have to be directly connected to your device to manage it. You can manage it from the cloud. That's why Cisco also added cloud managed devices in here for your management of your network devices, not only AP and wireless LAN controllers, but network devices in general. So the 6.4, before or in the current version, Cisco was asking to compare campus device management with Cisco DNA Center enabled device management. But now this is gone. This is completely out. I'm not sure where it went. It's probably pushed up to the CCNP level. But Cisco replaced this with Explain AI. You need to know how to explain generative and predictive AI. And just like I said, it's really important now in production to know this, because many tools are being created leveraging AI for your network operations. So you need to know how to explain AI and machine learning in network operations. Really important. That was 6.4 or 6.4, a new thing that was added that wasn't there before, or that is going to be added in a new version of the exam. And then we have 6.5. Here it's a slight change because Cisco is now requiring to describe the different authentication types. When you do your REST API calls, depending on what you use, whatever you use, Postmat. What is that thing again? Let's see. Postman, yes. Whether you use Postman or whatever, or even if you do it natively on your Linux environment, you need to define the authentication type that you're going to use for that API call before we see it, but we don't specifically focus on the different types. But now Cisco is asking us to know and describe the different authentication types that you can use in that API call. And that is really important. That is really like what is being talking about right now. 6.6, Cisco is asking us to recognize the capabilities of configuration management mechanisms such as Puppet, Chef, and Ansible. That was before. That was currently with the current exam. But the new exam, Cisco is dropping Puppet and Chef. We are only left with Ansible and Terraform, which is a good thing because it's not much to learn Puppet and Chef, but Ansible is a must. Ansible is out there, so Ansible should be there. And Terraform is also widely used today. So that's why they reduced from 3 different mechanisms to 2 mechanisms for automation, Ansible and Terraform. I think that's a good thing for professionals. So you don't have to be overwhelmed. You don't have to, but of course, on your own, you can still go beyond and learn all these other ones. But for the exam specifically, you are just required to know Ansible and Terraform, or even to recognize the capabilities of Ansible. At this point, it's not even about going in detail, but what can you do with it? What are the capabilities that you have with these mechanisms? So this is, in a nutshell, all the changes. As you can see, not a lot changed. And if we scroll up here, you can see that Cisco is introducing these changes by talking about minor update. This is a minor update. This is not a major update like the one we had in 2020. This is a minor update, just a few points. It's actually less than 10% of the exam that is going to be changed. It's actually way less than 10%. So that's something that shouldn't disturb you. If you are studying right now for the CCNA 1.0, you shouldn't be thrown off by this. So next, I would like to talk about what to do. Of course, if you've been studying, whatever you use, you might be using my course that is on KBTrainings.com. By the way, let me go there and show you what you have on there. If you go under en.kbtrainings.com, this is where my CCNA course is. And I'm planning to have more courses coming. I'm going to train you or help you prepare for a lot of Fortinet exams like the NSE4, NSE5, and whatever. And over time, I can also create some CCNP courses as well, depending on the request I'm receiving. But I just don't have a lot of time right now. Right now, the only thing I have is a CCNA. I have about 150 lessons available for you in English. Well done. I never had any complaint per se. People are just happy with the way it's set up and provided. So you can go on the website here. You can scroll down and take your subscription for the CCNA. So if you are studying for the CCNA right now, if you want to take the exam before August 19th, that's fine. Go ahead and do it if you can, but you don't have to rush. You don't have to, because you are going for knowledge. You're not just going for the paper, not only for the certification, but you're going for the knowledge itself. If you want to take your time, you can still do that. You can still take your exam beyond August 19th, but then you'll need to get ready in these few points that I showed you here: AI, machine learning, authentication types, and so on, root guard, loop guard. So if you have my course, for example, I am going to create more lessons. And I'm glad of the way I structured my lessons on the website. It's much easier for me just to go under, it's very easy for me just to go under spanning tree or under PVST Plus and add one lesson for root guard, loop guard, and all of this. Just add lessons, insert new lessons in there. And I'm going to send you notification to tell you that the course has been updated. Now you have those new lessons that are there for the new exam. And I'm going to structure everything and give you the links to those lessons. So yeah, just like I said, it doesn't mean that everything that is there is now obsolete. No, it's still really relevant. You can still study using those the material or the lessons that are now created, because they didn't become all false or whatever. The information there is still very relevant. Some of the lessons can be taken away, like the AP and the wireless thing. I may do that later on after August, but I don't think it's really necessary, because even if you watch that lesson, it's only going to help you. It's not going to hurt you in any way. So I am more leaning on the side of learning more than required. That's how I am. That's how I do for my certifications, and that's why I'm usually taking them without any difficulty. So I'm going to do that. That's what you should do. And if you have a book for the version 1.0, that book is still relevant. Still read it, keep reading it, doing whatever you're doing right now in your preparation. That was the third point. And then I'm going to finish this live by showing you, or by giving you in general, how to prepare for the CCNA exam. So just like I've been saying in many videos on this channel, the first thing you do is you structure your knowledge. Of course, you need to have the exam blueprint. Are these the only changes? Yes, Danny, these are the only changes, nothing else. So it's really minor. It shouldn't be a big deal. So you have the exam blueprint, you have the course objectives, you have things that you can use to follow or to track your progress in the learning or in the preparation of the exam. And I usually recommend to have a video course. Not because I'm creating a video course that I have on KBTrainings.com, but because it's much easier for me to learn with video. When I see somebody doing it, when I see the lab, when I hear the person and I see the person, it's my preferred way of learning. So I recommend you to have a set of video or lessons to learn with. KBTrainings.com, that's where mine are. Let's see. I was about to show you KBTrainings.com. That's where you can find my lessons. But you can have any other vendor out there, any other trainer. We have INE.com, CBT Nugget, everywhere. You can buy courses on Udemy, whatever you can do. Keep doing that. And also beyond the videos, you need to do some research on your own. Usually when I watch a video, I watch a small section or maybe the full video, and then I go in the tunnel where I just do research, read on my own, trying to read as much as possible on that subject. It really helps. Because you can have a book. I usually recommend, you can skip the book depending on the kind of person you are, but you can buy the book, but you will find that you will not even read the whole book. That's why I usually encourage you to go online and do the research specifically on the thing that you are studying at the time. So you can have a book, you can do your research, you can read on websites and do all of that. One other thing you can use is Cisco Live videos. Cisco Live is an event that is, I think it's happening every year at this point. I've never been to one, but it's an event where they cover many different technologies and many different updates. So if you want to get videos on, let's say, AI and machine learning, what is Cisco saying about it? If you go on the Cisco Live website, you do some research, you can find some guy or some Cisco executive talking about about AI and machine learning at Cisco Live. It's really relevant and really important. The last thing, but not the least, actually, this last bullet is the main that I would start with. You need to do a lot of lab on your own. You need to lab every day. You need to be able to learn the concept and then go to Packet Tracer or GNS3 or whatever tool you have now for preparation or for labs. Do your own labs and do it seriously, because that's how you know things. That's how you master things. At least for me, that's how it works for me. The tech field is not the kind of field where you just read things and then memorize them and that's it. No, you need to have your hands on the product. You need to manipulate it. You need to type those commands all the time. You need to build muscle memory. That's how you're going to be good at the technology, and the exam will not be complicated for you because you will take your time in doing your labs. That's all, guys. That's what I can tell you for the preparation of the CCNA. That's all I can tell you about the new version of the CCNA that is going to be live on August 20th. If you have any questions, you can leave questions in the comment. Thank you, everybody, for commenting. Danny, Trésor, Alonso Smith, Dawn, and everybody. Thank you for being live with me. Let me see if there was any other question on Facebook right now. Yep, Dadino, thank you so much for your presence on Facebook. And please, guys, don't forget to share the video. Like the video if you are on YouTube or Facebook. Like it, share it, because we need to grow the community. We need to share the knowledge. And again, thank you so much for that. I think I'm done for today. I left you the links. You can find them in the description or in the chat to the exam blueprint. That will give you a lot more information on the different changes, but I just covered the essential here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and bye. Thank you so much, Slawomir. Thank you for being with us, and take care, and I'll see you in the next video next time.